Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Gardner Minshew and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Again, everyone, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish #1, including himself.
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
He'll buy some time right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On play action, Lawrence on the move to his left. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
But to throw again is Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first here in Vegas.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. 7-0 is our score, ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So out come the Raiders for their opening drive, and at the helm in his first year in silver and black, 6th season overall, Gardner Minshew.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense.
We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Oh, some strong running. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. It's a big play there for Vegas. 54 yards. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Looking to throw it. Minshew. On target over the middle to Hill. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5. It'll be Minshew again. To the left side, there's Mayer. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll try and run for it with Hill. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Here's Minshew. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers there to make the grab. And the Raiders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. 13 carries, 58 yards.
I have to say, partner, their coaches didn't do a very good job of hiding their thoughts this week when they spoke with us, did they? They told us exactly this. We've been good on the ground, but sitting 8th in the league, we know we can kick it up a notch and push for the top 5. So there's no doubt in my mind, we'll see them try to establish that ground game early and try and pick up an early lead.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. These two teams all tied after one. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there at 22. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36.
A handoff for ETN.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd down and a yard. And they'll go again with ETN.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Looking to throw. Lawrence escaping the pressure right.
Got his man. It's the tight end Strange with it.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 7 overall.
And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Now Minshew. Underneath here to Hill. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I had no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Robert Spillane.
So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Throwing on first down is Minshew.
Pass complete right side to Bowers.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. That is caught. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Minshew sets to throw. Yeah, he's got it. Touchdown Raiders. Justice Hill, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Carlson now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And he wants Reynolds way downfield.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Thomas brings it in. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll get started out at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was the Chiefs who were able to come away with the home victory. Rashee Rice, well over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we head to Hard Rock Stadium to check on the Dolphins at home in Miami. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. Christian McCaffrey with a couple of touchdowns there. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Will Levis sharp in the victory as his guys find the win column for just the second time all year.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Minshew, 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First carry of the game for Zamir White.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 1.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Devon Hamilton
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
The defense has been on the field a long time now, and after a run like that, they've got to feel like they're almost on roller skates and getting pushed backwards on just about every snap.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Carlson is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll run with ETN.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks. This is caught inside the 15. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Now Lawrence.
Flush to his right. toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion. But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Gabriel Davis, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Raiders now set to get the football back.
And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And that's a good job there of knuckling down as an offense. You're trying to avoid 3 and out at all costs. And after 2 straight incompletions, this one's on target, and they're able to keep the chains moving.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Minshew. This is caught by Tucker. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 72 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
He was trying to dance in around the sideline, but fell just a couple of yards short. Still, he's got him in great position.
He certainly does. They did a nice job keeping him from getting into the end zone, but they are definitely back on their heels after that run.
White. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. They'll set up a throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Gardner Minshew
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards.
And it was Gardner Minshew who finished things off himself with a touchdown run. Duvernay now going to bring it out. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
A give up the gut to Hill. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They run straight ahead here with White. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and that will keep this a 3-point game. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars. Down 24-21, 2:11 to go. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Maybe an important fourth quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the...
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, 55 yards. And the Jaguars use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Now it's the Raiders' turn, trailing by 4. Just over 2 minutes to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Now 2nd and 4. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here we go. This is 4th down. Minshew. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Another tote for ETN. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Straight ahead, Etienne shreds the tackle. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he will have a Jaguars first down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to get...
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, wherever he is on the field, he is certainly slippery with a football in his hands, and he proved it right there.
And normally moves like that aren't supposed to work this deep in the red zone because there's not enough space. Normally way more effective when you're working out in the open field. But here, incredible shiftiness, excellent contact balance, and he works his way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the 4th down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the guys on the defensive side of the ball. They knew they'd have to defend in that situation, and they got it done.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Minshew's throw there complete to Myers.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Now Minshew.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Oh, and he'll be tackled and covered up inbounds. They get another first, but they're working with no timeouts. Here's Minshew.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Jags, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12, and they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.